Hi, my name is Kirk Fatul, and I am the Dean of Enrollment Management here at Faith Bible Seminary. Thank you for your interest in the Master's of Arts in Biblical Counseling program. So today, I just want to take you through the program and just explain some of the basics. So at Faith Bible Seminary, our motto is Biblical Education for Effective Christian Ministry, and it's the motto that drives everything we do. So let me tell you more. The hallmarks of Faith Bible Seminary's program are flexibility, the opportunity to use your skills, that we offer you the best and the brightest faculty, and we are a fully accredited program. As far as flexibility is concerned, students can complete the program in as little as 2 years or as many as 6. This is important for most of you because a lot of you probably work full-time or are doing something that isn't a good fit for the traditional seminary structure. You're going to get an opportunity to use your skills. Every student who finishes the program has to clock 30 hours of counseling time. As far as the best and the brightest, FBS is constantly on the lookout for faculty who are not only great at counseling theory, but are doing counseling on an active basis. Some of your professors are going to include Dr. Bob Kellerman, Dr. Kevin Carson, Dr. Stuart Scott, some names you might have heard of. On staff here with Faith Bible Seminary, your faculty members are going to be Dr. Amy Baker, Dr. Rob Green, Dr. Brent Oakman, and Dr. Steve Vyers. And we are a fully accredited program, which means that you know that you're getting a great degree and that's going to be fully transportable if you decide to go on for higher education. So with all that said, one of the most common questions we get is, what can I do with an MABC degree? Well, here's what some of our alumni are up to. Chris Moles wrote The Heart of Domestic Abuse. Pam Gannon, also an co-author of Overcoming Childhood Sexual Abuse, and is an adjunct faculty at Montana Bible College. So as you can see in our 10-year history, we have 5 published authors. So the Faith Bible Seminary and the MABC program is going to put you in touch with the type of people who can help you do the type of work that is creating ministries. In addition to what they're doing, we survey our alumni every once in a while, and 100% of our alumni say that they are a better biblical counselor as a result of their time at Faith Bible Seminary. People who know our alumni, 93% of them said that our alumni has grown in their counseling as a result of their work here at Faith Bible Seminary. So, with all that said about our alumni, I want to give you an opportunity to hear from Matt Black, who is a current student at Faith Bible Seminary.
I love the MABC program because of what I call the 3 A's. It's affordable, it's achievable, and it's applicable. I'm not a rich guy. I'm a pastor with 5 kids and a lovely wife, and we have bills to pay, so affordability is really important. Achievability is also important. I have a busy schedule, and so the online accessibility is so vital to my education. And then it's applicable. I'm counseling people all the time, and I'm readily getting things that I can use in the counseling room and also in other ministries across the world that I'm involved in. So I'm so thankful for the training at Faith Bible Seminary.
It was good to hear from Matt. So at this point, we've talked a lot about Faith Bible Seminary from a really high level, but let me go ahead and talk to you a little bit about how the courses work. As you'll see on your screen, there are 3 types of courses. There are self-study, which basically are going to be your thesis class and doing your counseling hours. Those are self-directed. They don't fall within a traditional timeline. Then we have online classes and we have module classes. So let me talk to you a little bit about how the online classes work. Online classes are not 8 weeks long. 5 of our 13 total classes are going to be in this format. In an online class, you're going to post to discussion boards, listen to and attend online meetings, read books. During these online times, if your laptop is close enough to your bed, you never even have to get out of it to do these classes. So they offer a lot of flexibility. Students who can't participate in live lectures, we will record those so that you can watch them at a later date. So these classes, again, are 8 weeks long, and they are in a 16-week semester, which allows you to do 2 online classes back to back without ever having them overlap, allowing you to graduate quicker and have some flexibility in your program scheduling. So let me talk a little bit about module classes now. So module classes are 15 weeks long, not 8, 15 weeks. So in the first 7 weeks, students will do online coursework like I just described. Then they will come to Lafayette for 1 week. Now there are 5 separate 1-week modules throughout the course of the program. So a student who does the program in 6 years has to come to Lafayette 5 separate times. A student who does the program in 2 years, still going to come to Lafayette 5 separate times. Once that 1-week time is over, you will head back to where it is you're from and finish up the remainder of the course online. Usually this means writing papers, things like that. It is a pain in the butt to come to the Lafayette, for some of you, to come to Lafayette 5 separate weeks, even over the course of 2 to 6 years. We know that. But this is a time when relationships happen. This is the time when they are intensely practical because you're going to get the opportunity to use your counseling skills in a face-to-face format. So really, the module classes are one of the things that make Faith Bible Seminary special and really help you find the practicality in your degree. So you probably don't want to hear from me anymore on it, so why don't we hear from a current student, Brenda Payne, and what she had to say after completing a recent module.
Well, I would say the modules are a must. And I was somewhat skeptical when I started the program. I thought, why do I need to go to Indiana, particularly in the winter? I'm a Southern girl. I don't like cold. I don't like snow. But I would come every winter, knowing what I know now about the modules. First of all, you have the opportunity to sit with some of the best minds in the biblical counseling movement. Steve Viers, Dr. Bob Kellerman, Dr. Robert Jones. These are men who I've just have such high regard for and have read so many of their works or sat under their teaching. So to be able to have that weekly interaction and to ask them questions and to hear from them. But one of the things I've probably enjoyed the most about sitting with the professors is not only hearing their doctrine and their theology, their methodology, but really getting to have a glimpse of who they are as a person. I've found that the professors are both teachers and learners. These are such humble men, and not only have I walked away with a better sense of what biblical counseling theology and methodology looks like, but I've walked away with a better sense of what a counselor who is following Christ should look like. The second part to that is the classmates. It's just a wonderful opportunity to meet people not only from the United States but from around the world. I've had people affiliated with South Korea and Romania and Central and South America in my classes. And so it gives you a bigger vision of what God is doing around the world, saving people, conforming people to the image of Christ, and building his kingdom.
Now I'd like to talk to you guys a little bit more about the cost, which is another common question we get. So on the far right-hand side of the screen, you'll see Faith Bible Seminary's cost per credit hour as compared to Southeastern Baptist Theological Seminary and Southern Baptist Theological Seminary. Now all of this information is current as of 2020. You'll notice that Faith Bible Seminary's tuition cost is only $310 per credit hour. The number one goal at Faith Bible Seminary is biblical education for effective Christian ministry. You can't have an effective ministry if you are swimming in debt or if you're constantly worrying how you're going to pay for your next class. So in addition to very low tuition costs, FBS offers flexible payment plans. Typically, this allows you to pay on a month-by-month basis so that you can graduate. Additionally, we have been committed to freezing our costs as long as possible, and the seminary has not raised the cost of the MABC since 2015. Because again, biblical education for effective Christian ministry. So finally, I want you guys to hear from David. David is a current student and missionary in Romania who works with orphans and is currently writing his thesis on the role of counseling in orphanages. So let's hear from David.
I'm David Lee. I live in Romania, where I help people who adopt and foster children. If counseling is a regular part of your ministry, I really recommend the Masters of Arts in Biblical Counseling here at Faith Bible Seminary. Conferences are great. Studying on your own is great. But if counseling is going to be an important part of your ministry, I just really have to recommend that you go for the master's level education. And the Masters of Arts in Biblical Counseling here at Faith Bible Seminary is a great program. I have learned a lot, and I'm able to use it in my ministry in Romania, and it can help you in your ministry too.
Now that we've heard from some of our students, I want to take the time to answer some commonly asked questions. One of the most commonly asked questions is, what is the difference between ACBC certification and the MABC program? ACBC, or the Association of Certified Biblical Counselors, is a certifying body. I like to compare them to the American Medical Association. When you walk into a doctor's office and you see an American Medical Association certificate on the doctor's wall, it doesn't mean that she's a good doctor. It doesn't mean that she's going to give you good advice. What it means is that she has undergone a series of trainings, and a third party has decided that she is competent to offer medical advice. That is what ACBC is really working towards. They want to make sure that when you go into a biblical counseling office and you see that ACBC certification on the wall, you know that you're getting good, sound biblical advice. They are a worthy organization. The seminary supports them. But the MABC program is different. Again, we want you to have biblical education for effective Christian ministry. So we're not only going to teach you to counsel one-on-one, but we're going to offer you the ability, we're going to train you rather, with the ability to train others. So every student who comes out of our program is not just ready to counsel one-on-one, but is ready to train, equip, and lead others. Can I earn an MABC degree if I don't have a bachelor's degree? I'm happy to say the answer is yes. But as an accrediting sort of regulation, we are not allowed to have more than 10% of our student body in the program without a bachelor's degree. Let me say that again. We are not allowed to have more than 10% of our total student body have no bachelor's degree. So what that means is if the seminary has 100 total students, we can have 10 without a bachelor's degree. If we have 200, we can have 20, and on it goes. These spots are limited and tend to fill up fast. If you are interested in pursuing an MABC degree without a bachelor's degree, I suggest that you get in touch with us as soon as you can using the info that I'll show on the next page. Finally, one of the most common questions we get is, will my previous counseling experience transfer for credit to the MABC program? Unfortunately, in a lot of cases, the answer is no. Mostly the reason is because what we're offering you at Faith Bible Seminary is going to be very different in degree than what you're going to get at a week-long training or even a longer training. Maybe at a counseling conference, you'll get 1 hour and a half session on marriage counseling. In the MABC, you're going to get 15 weeks worth of that kind of training. Maybe you'll get 1.5 hours of how to use theology in counseling. At Faith Bible Seminary, you're going to get 9 weeks of that training. So really, the program that we're offering is going to be much more valuable and more intense, honestly, than anything you'll get at a training conference. So what now? If you guys are ready to apply, you can use the information here on this page. You can call us or email us. So I just want to say, if you are ready to take the next step in your counseling training so that you can eternally impact the lives of others, if you are ready to train others to use the whole counsel of God's Word to help the hurting, if you are ready for new opportunities from the best and brightest faculty, then if you are ready, Faith Bible Seminary is ready for you. Thanks for listening to this presentation today. You can see on your screen that if you want to get in touch with us, our website is faithlafayette.org/MABC. Feel free to call us at the office or email us at seminary@faithlafayette.org. I hope to hear from you guys soon. Thanks for listening.